He had been building doors for 40 years, and he had a rule that no one understood. He would not build a door for a house that was already finished. Every carpenter in the region built whatever was needed: tables, frames, shutters, floors. Work was work, and houses needed doors at every stage. But this man, whose name was Dav, refused commissions from houses already standing. He built only for houses in the process of becoming. Foundations newly laid, walls half risen, roofs not yet raised. He came at the beginning, built his door, and left before the rest was complete. It made no practical sense. Customers argued with him regularly. "Why now?" they would ask. "The house isn't ready. We don't need a door yet." "That is exactly when you need one," he said, and his price was fair and his work was extraordinary, so people agreed despite their confusion. He was an old man now, and he had taken on an apprentice, a serious young woman named Pira, who had come to him from a distant village specifically because of his reputation, though she had not yet understood what that reputation was truly built on. One afternoon, watching him plane a plank of pale oak into a door frame for a house that was little more than 4 stone walls and a dirt floor, she finally asked him. He straightened, considered, wiped sawdust from his hands. "When I was young," he said, "I built a house, completely alone. Every wall, every beam, every corner. I worked on it for 2 years." He set down the plane, and when it was done, I stood inside it and I felt nothing. Just walls and a roof and a floor. A structure. He was quiet for a moment. I realized I had forgotten to build a door. Not literally, there was a door, but I had built the house and then put a door in it the way you put furniture in a room. An afterthought. Pira waited. "A door is not the last part of a house," he said. "It is the first intention. It is the question you ask before you build anything. What will I let in? What will I keep out? How will I meet the world from inside this life I am making?" He picked up the plane again. If you build the house first and the door last, the house answers that question for you. You lose the chance to decide. He went back to his work. Pira turned this over slowly for the rest of the day. She thought about it on the walk home and over her evening meal and lying awake in the small room she rented above the grain store. She thought about a life, not a house, about how many people build and build and build, and only then, when everything is already standing and heavy around them, ask themselves what they wanted to let in. She thought about her own life with a new kind of attention. The next morning she arrived early and began, without being asked, to plane a second plank. Dav noticed but said nothing. He simply moved to make room for her at the workbench. They worked side by side in the morning light, building doors for houses that did not yet exist, for lives still in the middle of becoming. The most important questions are not the ones we ask when everything is finished. They are the ones we ask before we begin.